The Chicago Grookies picked up a huge W last week against Seraphim, bringing our record to 1-1 as we go into week 3, but my opponent has a very scary team this week, so let's take a look at their team, my team, and then we'll get on into the battle. They've got some offensive powerhouses in Iron Valiant, Crocodile, and Heatran, and some great defense in Zapdos and Slowking, and then tons of good utility like Cyclizar, who can remove hazards, Mousehold, who can also remove hazards and screens while also setting up its attack and speed, and Decidueye, who can be defensive, defog, roost, or can trap things with Spirit Shackle. And they have two great Terra Captains, one being a Revavroom, which can be very scary, terrestrializing into a Steel, Ground, or Water type, and they also have Dwosian, which can Terra into a Psychic, Water, or Fairy type. First up, we have Goldango rocking a defensive set. This is my main Iron Valiant check because that Pokemon is just super scary for me to deal with, especially in the late game when it can kind of just Swords Dance or Calm Mind and sweep when it gets a booster speed. So we are bringing Colberberry with max HP, and so this makes it so that I can take a +2 knockoff from Iron Valiant, or I can take a Specs Shadow Ball from it, just so that I can live on both sides of the spectrum and I can KO it with Make It Rain. I also have Shadow Ball, which hits the team pretty hard, especially things like Slowking, Recover to stay healthy, and then Thunder Wave, just to slow a lot of things down. They do have a few Pokemon that are immune, like Zapdos and Crocodile, but getting this off on Iron Valiant, Mousehold, or Cyclizar could be very valuable. Next up, I'm bringing Rillaboom, and I'm bringing this for two main reasons. One is for Crocodile, in case it gets out of control with like maybe its Choice Scarf and Moxie, or for a Terra, Water, or Ground Revavroom, even though I am expecting Steel just because neither of those types do too good into Rillaboom. And I'm rocking the protective pads because they have two Pokemon that can switch in pretty easily, being Heatran with Flame Body, and then even easier, Zapdos with Static, and I did not want to be taking any sort of status, so we gave it protective pads, Grassy Glide, Knockoff, U-Turn, and High Horsepower. This hits pretty much everything, but mainly I want to be removing items, U-turning, until I can get this in the late game to, like, you know, revenge kill things like Revavroom or Crocodile if needed. Bringing a specially defensive Araquanid is a secondary check to a special-oriented Iron Valiant because I really am expecting that, and this also will be able to hit things like Zapdos pretty hard because I do have Mirror Coat, so I can take one move and then do double damage back. Liquidation is just easy stab. I'll probably be running that every single week. Leech Life is to hit Slowking and get some recovery, and then of course we have Sticky Webs because those do look very good into my opponent's team if I can get them up and keep them up, because they do have some very reliable hazard removers. Up next, we have Mudsdale, and I'm going to be honest, I have really enjoyed using this Pokemon so far this season. It's been a ton of fun, and we are rocking a specially defensive Curse set with Body Press, High Horsepower, and Rock Slide. I want to try to be able to set this up and get my defense as high as possible while being able to take hits from things like Zapdos and Iron Valiant because of my special defense investment. And then honestly, this thing can kind of run away with the game if things like Decidueye and Slowking are no longer around. My team needed a bit more speed control as they do have a lot of fast Pokemon like Cyclizar and Mousehold, so we are bringing a Choice Scarf Glamora with enough speed to outspeed Cyclizar, and honestly, in hindsight, I probably should have tried to outspeed other Choice Scarfers like Heatran, but too late now, can't do much about that. We're rocking Power Gym, Sledge Wave, and Earth Power, and then I did not need a fourth move, so I just put Rocks on there. Like I said, they have a lot of hazard removal, so I'm not too confident in getting those up. There was nothing else I needed. And finally, I am bringing a dual screen Grimmsnarl with Thunder Wave and then Play Rough, and we actually have enough attack investment with an Adamant Nature to be able to KO Iron Valiant with that, in case they think maybe they have an opportunity to set up on me, or if they want to try to break my screens with Brick Break or something like that. We have this as an option. So that is my team for week 3. If you enjoy, be sure to drop a like and subscribe. I want to give a huge shout out to Kyle, BP, and AP for helping me prep and mock this week. And finally, check out the VDL Discord down in the description. We're always looking for more coaches to come join in future seasons of the VDL. Alright, here we are at the battle. They bring Zapdos, Decidueye, Crocodile, Revavroom, Iron Valiant, and Heatran. Pretty much expected all this. Heatran's a little bit of a surprise, but not the end of the world. We will lead Grimmsnarl here. It is our dedicated lead. We can get screens up. We can Thunder Wave, and if Crook comes out, we can just hit that with a big Play Rough. But we're going to lock in here. I am ready to go. We're coming off of a nice W from last week, hoping to keep up that momentum going in. But my opponent definitely has a threatening team. Their Terra Captain this week is Revavroom. It is either Steel, Ground, or Water. I'm predicting Steel because Ground and Water would both just get beat by Rillaboom Grassy Glide, which is the reason I brought it. But yeah, we just see a Crook lead here, which honestly not a big deal. I'm just going to set my get a Reflect up here, and then if we choose to, I can play rough next turn. They are Intimidate. Let me put that in there. We did see that, so I don't have to worry about Moxie like coming and sweeping me or anything like that. Okay, so Grimmsnarl versus Crocodile. I don't think it's Choice Band. So the lead Stealth Rock set. Earthquake does a decent amount. They just decide to swap those, so we get a free Reflect up here. Awesome. Okay, Zapdos comes out. Alright, got the Reflect up. I'm just going to throw up the Light Screen as well, just to get both up here. I'm not really too threatened by this Zapdos here. With Light Screen up, it's doing like 20% with Hurricane, like 15 with Discharge. If we get parried, also really not the end of the world on this. So yeah, this is pretty free. From here though, I need to start applying some pressure, whether that be through cursing with Mudsdale or with Choice Scarf Clamora. One of those can start putting in work. I gotta figure out that Decidueye set. I'm assuming it's just a fully defensive set because that's what I was running into quite often in Mox. Because that thing is just super strong, like defensively into Araquanid. So they choose to just Volt Switch out here. I didn't actually see how much that did, but I'll calc that when I get the chance to. But I imagine. Okay, so we see Decidueye come out. Okay. So, and I went from 393 to 342. So that did about 13%. So that's a defensive Zapdos. Okay. I am going to just choose to Thunder Wave this Decidueye here. They might defog. They could knock off if they want to get rid of my Light Clay. But I assume that they just want these screens gone. And getting a para on this could be pretty big. So, okay, so we get that Thunder Wave off. So, let's see what this wants to do now. Ooh, shit, my bad. Spirit Shackle. Okay. Gotcha. So I can no longer swap, but it's unfortunate, but I feel like it is a little more pressure on them. They're paralyzed. I can just start clicking Play Rough here, and they don't know if I don't, I could have a Dark move. So. Sorry, they wish me good luck, and I just noticed. Alright, we miss our first Play Rough. Hell yeah, Grimmsnarl. Hell yeah. Okay, so they have Spirit Shackle, Defog. Okay, that is fine. I am just going to get my Reflect back up here because I at least want to stay alive a bit longer. I don't know if Spirit Shackle, like, wears off. That I am not sure of. Okay, they get fully paralyzed there. Alright, let's hit this Play Rough this time, please. There we go. Oh, that's doing a decent amount. That did, yeah, that's good. Did about 30%. Let's hit another one of those. I could actually win the 1v1 here. Depending on if they have Roost and Para Hacks and if I can land. Because missing that first one was not ideal. Alright. I don't think I KO here, but I'm putting a lot of pressure on this Decidueye. And having this weekend opens up Araquanid so much. So I'm totally fine with this. Like, yeah, losing my screens does suck. But getting rid of Decidueye, like, it's a fair trade in my mind. Plus, these Play Roughs are kind of hurting. So, let me see if I can find out anything about this Decidueye. Because I'm at -1, by the way. I just kind of realized that, too. So this is an offensive Decidueye for sure. Oh, and we pick up the KO. Awesome, Grimmsnarl. Huge W. Huge, huge, huge W. Okay. So we are still able to get screens up. Not necessarily now, but there is the option. Grim KOs Decidui with Layroth. Okay. So I would imagine Heatran. Well, no, because they don't want to get parried though. Because I could just Thunderwave whatever comes out here. And if Revavroom comes out and goes for the Terra Ground, that just opens it up so much for what's his face? Rillaboom. So they just decide to go Crook here. How many turns of Reflect do I have left? I have 4 turns. I'm keeping this around. This thing is still valuable. I don't know if I want to swap in Mudsdale or Araquanid, though, because they could just choose to get up rocks, or they could choose to KO me. If they knock off... I think Mudsdale is just the safer play. It's just I want to keep Mudsdale healthy for Zapdos. And Revavroom. So I think I need to go Araquanid here. I think Mudsdale is just way too important for Revavroom. That thing is a big threat. I'm going to take some decent damage here. A little bit more than I'll probably want to, but ideally they just set up rocks. Perfect. That's so much... Okay. So now, show me your switching. Please show me what swaps into this. This is going to hurt. And I don't even have attack investment on this Araquanid. I am fully bulky. But something is dropping here. What are we seeing? Alright, Zapdos. So I know this is either defensive or specially defensive, just based on Volt Switch damage. But we'll find out here. Terra Water Liquidation. If it's a defensive FizzDev, 38 to 45. Let's see. I need to bring Choice Band Araquanid in 1 week. My god. Okay, so it's pretty physically bulky, but not max. My goodness, Araquanid. And I'm not taking much back from this. But if they just roost, like I'm just getting worn down, I need to knock off the item. I need to get rocks up too if I want to do that. I don't want to get worn down by Rocky Helmet. That's a problem. I kind of want to get rid of that. That was some good damage. I need to figure out, okay, exactly how defensive this is. I'm gonna liquidation one more time, just because I'm very unsure of what to do here. And that did a lot. I just don't want to take the Rocky Helmet damage, but I could also get a defense drop, which could put us in a good position. So let's just get one more big hit off here, and then we'll swap this turn. God damn, that just does so much damage. Okay, we'll go Mudsdale now, though. And then that allows me to get a curse off. I don't really fear anything that this Zapdos wants to do. Okay. I don't know what just happened on the screen there. Why was I just like looking up at the ceiling? So this thing has Volt Switch, Roost, and it's got... Oh, that's a great switch in for me there on a Discharge. Let me add that to their set. So they're Roost, Discharge, Volt Switch. Alright. I'm going to now throw up a Curse. I think that this is very free for me here. I'm not scared of anything that Zapdos wants to do. The only concern would be if Valiant comes out, which, no. Okay, we're fine. I was just concerned about maybe like an Encore from Valiant. But this is totally fine, because I'm going to get the defense boost, which just means that these body presses are going to be doing some good damage. And we're neutral on attack, so if Zapdos comes back out, I can just click high horsepower on a roost. But we're just going to body press this here. This is going to be doing some good damage from Mudsdale here. At +1 defense into a crocodile. Yeah, we're doing over half. We're doing 62 to 74. Because I don't have any defense investment on this Mudsdale. I'm especially defensive, so it's not doing as much as it could be doing. But it's still a 2-hit KO. And they have, I mean, Valiant can come in, but it's not going to be taking them all that well. So we're going to get a big hit off on this here that went for taunt. I don't have that marked down either. Taunt. Okay. Oh, and they were Citrus Berry. Okay. I'm in a good position here, so I'm going to predict the Zapdos coming out here, and I'm going to Rock Slide. I am not worried if this Crook was to stay in. Huge. Please land. Please land. Let's go. I don't think this is going to KO, though. Alright. I'm going to high horsepower on this roost. I feel like that's kind of an obvious play. Okay, they Heat Wave. Fair enough. I'm just going to body press this time, though, because if they roost, the body press is going to hurt. Because I'm at +2 defense now, which I think it should just KO Zapdos otherwise as well. So I'll just body press here. Let's see. Zapdos. Don't burn. If Mudsdale would have gotten burned, I would have been so sad because that's just like, it would have been so unlucky. Alright, Mudsdale picks up a KO here. Hell yeah, buddy. And he's looking really, really strong. KO Zapdos with body press. Okay, so we're sitting at, I believe, +3 defense right now. We're at neutral attack because of Intimidate. But, that might be a physical Valiant. I feel like if it was special, it might have came out already. Because something like Energy Ball or even Moonblast would do quite a lot. And let me look what I'm doing to an Iron Valiant in return. Yeah, I'm not even KOing it with high horsepower, but again, if I'm physical, even Moonblast is doing very little to my Mudsdale, so I'm just gonna hit this with a high horsepower. I don't want this thing to freely get like a Swords Dance or a Calm Mind, and it was booster speed. Okay, so I am just going to high horsepower here. This is gonna do about half, 46 to 55, dependent on roll, and then if there's any HP investment, which I don't think there could be, because if I ran Choice Scarf Azelf, this thing needs to be like max speed with booster to outspeed it, so it should have very little HP investment. Okay, so I had light screen up, that's why the Moonblast wasn't doing as much on my end. So it's going to do 29 to 34, and I think I was at 139. Okay, so they need an absolute max roll to be able to kill me here. So we're going to go for the high horsepower here. Come on, Mudsdale. Come on, Mudsdale. All right. Let's see if you can pick up the KO now, buddy. Let's see if you can do it. It's a roll. Let's go. Mudsdale, you demon. Shout out to BP for telling me to put Curse on this set. I originally did not have it. I had just Stealth Rocks, and this thing is going crazy with high horsepower. Okay. So at this point, I think I just let Homie go down, right? Because they're gonna just revenge KO me with Heatran. I think that's like the safest play. You could go Revavroom or Crook. Probably not Revavroom, just because it's risky with how many defense boosts I have. I'm like +5 or +6 defense right now. So, okay, do I keep this alive? Like, do I preserve differential? I guess is the better question. Yes. Yes, I do. I just always go out into this. Heatran cannot touch this thing, like, at all. So, and I could use that sack later on. Yes, he ate that, Nip. Ate that. Alright, this liquidation, let me see here. Araquanid into a... We're looking at this healing again. Heatran. If it's offensive, it drops to a liquidation. If it's max HP, it's a roll. God. Terra Water Araquanid. Araquanid and Mudsdale are just the two demons this week. I haven't even had to bring out Goldango or Rillaboom yet. What's Liquidation doing to Crook after an Intimidate? Oh, well, we'll find out here, I guess. I think it's still going to die. -1. Oh, it's +1. -1. Yeah, this should still drop here. Okay. Araquanid KOs Crook with Liquidation. I imagine Revavroom, yep. I don't want this to set up, so I'm just going to click Liquidation here. I am at -1, but this still should do about half. Now, if they Terra Water, I can just go out into Rillaboom and hit that, so. I just don't want this to shift gear for free. Okay, they just choose to Gunk Shot. Okay, so Revavroom KOs Rack with Gunk Shot. And it's Life Orb. So it's at 90%. Life Orb. Gunk Shot. Okay. So now I want to bait the Terra. That's what I want to do. So I'm going to go Goldango here. Does a high horsepower even kill Goldango, actually? Like, Revavroom, high horsepower. Let me make him Life Orb. It only KOs if they Terra Ground. So I'm going to bait the Terra Ground, and I'm going to let Mudsdale go down here. I know I wanted to, like, try to play differential, but Revavroom is scary. So I want to see what this wants to do. Okay, they swapped. So we see Heatran. Alright. So still going to let this go down here. And then I can just go out into Glamora and click Earth Power twice. Because I am Choice Scarf. I'll be faster than Choice Scarf Heatran, I believe. I want to just check right now. I actually don't think I would be faster than Choice Scarf Heatran. Okay, we're going to go this. I'm going to go this and click High Horsepower. Because I know I'm faster than this for sure. Like, I know that. So, but if it's Choice Scarf, I'm not worried about Flash Cannon. So, we'll just click our High Horsepower here. This is still a little nerve-wracking, I won't lie. Like, I'm not feeling out of the woods quite yet. But I'm feeling like I'm in a good position. I just need to see the Terra come off because I don't want to lock into Choice Scarf Glamora and then them Terra and then me, like, not being able to handle that. Oh, it's Shookaberry. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Alright, this is a dead Rillaboom. Okay. Good Shookaberry. Heatran KOs Rillaboom with Overheat. Okay, so now we go Glimmora. Click Earth Power. So Glimmora is going to KO this. So Glimmora KOs Heatran with Earth Power. And it's just Revavroom left. Which, I don't know if I need to still, like, it's Life Orb, right? So I have that going for me. I am a little nervous, though. I won't lie. Because they're going to Terra here. We'll see what Terra they are. Water or Steel would be ideal here. What do we got? Terra Ground. Okay, so I can't Thunder Wave them. Alright, let's see what this does. Okay, that does some good damage here as they shift gear. Alrighty. So I think I lose. I think I lose, unfortunately. Losing Rillaboom there was not good for us. Huh. Alright, well, I'm going to let this go down here. Damn. I thought we had that. I was feeling really good there, but I knew Revavroom was a fucking problem. Revavroom KOs Glim with Iron Head. Okay. So I'm going to do the only thing that I can do. I'm going to go Grim, and I'm going to attempt to Reflect. I don't think it matters, but it's the one play I can make here. So I'm going to Reflect. But this is going to KO. And if they shift gear again, it's definitely over. Revavroom KOs Grimmsnarl with Iron Head. And then Revavroom KOs Goldengo with High Horsepower. That's how this is going to go. Yep. Uh-huh. I knew it. Good game. I should have... Would Play Rough have killed there? I'm just curious. Yeah, it would have killed. Damn. I'm gonna cry. It is what it is. Good game to Giorgi. They played very well, especially in the end there. The Shuka Berry on Heatran is, I think, really what did it, because if I had Grassy Glide still on Rillaboom, that this was different game. But yeah, GG's. I don't believe Goldengo is going to take a hit behind Reflect and +2. No, it does not look like it. Imagine if I had Shuka of my own, though. Wait, that's if they're... I assume they're adamant, but yeah, even if they're jolly, I still drop. Damn. High Horsepower miss. I could hope, right? Alright, well that is game. Really tough loss, man, but it is what it is. I should have kept Rillaboom alive, but hindsight, I didn't really think Shuka. Kind of overlooked that, but yeah, GG's to Giorgi. If you enjoyed, be sure to drop a like and subscribe, and I will see you guys all later. Peace.